Hello and welcome back to Reykjavik Grapevine's newscast. My name is Josie Ann. I'm a journalist here at Reykjavik Grapevine. Unfortunately, Valor can't be with us for the newscast today. He's got sick kids to take care of. So I am stepping in and we're going to talk about news, things that are going on in Iceland. We're going to take a look at this lovely location, and I've got something to show you later as well. But for now, let's just get to the news. Okay, so we are here in beautiful Hafnarfjörður. We're just not far outside of Reykjavik, downtown Reykjavik, and immediately you can get out to just this totally gorgeous, wild location, basically. So yeah, it's really easy. It's one of my favourite things actually about living in Reykjavik is that you can just be out in nature really quickly. So we've got some news to talk about today, and obviously the first thing that is on the agenda is the COVID numbers. So a few weeks ago, Valor told you about COVID potentially being over in Iceland, and this was something that people were really genuinely thinking. Almost all restrictions had been lifted, people weren't wearing masks, numbers at events went up to, I think, 2,000, so it was almost as if life was pretty much back to normal. But of course, as has been the pattern in a lot of countries like here, once these restrictions were lifted, the numbers did rise again quite rapidly. And on Thursday last week, Iceland actually had its worst COVID numbers to date in a day. So that was 167 domestic cases. And of those, 122 were outside quarantine at the time that they were diagnosed. So obviously this kind of threw the officials into a bit of a tailspin. The plan had been to lift all of the restrictions on November 19th, but that was just completely, obviously not on the cards anymore. And so mask wearing has now been reintroduced in public spaces, in shops and on buses, and numbers have been restricted again to 500 people max gathering at any time. So we are back with COVID as the reality, and it's not fun, but people have reacted to this very positively, in the sense that there has been very little resistance to wearing masks again. When I take the bus to work, everybody is wearing a mask, and you see people wearing them in shops. So that at least is a plus, and we'll just wait for the numbers to level off again, and hopefully they will. But obviously this is a long road for not just Iceland, but for many countries. And we have booster shots going on now, as is the case across the world, but this is moving a little bit slowly, and we're hoping that it increases soon. So that's the COVID news, and we wait for it to get better, hopefully. But on to something slightly more jovial. Well, maybe not if you're a pet owner. Obviously we have Polly in the office here, but cats are also incredibly popular pets here in Iceland. And the northern town of Akureyri has recently announced that it will be banning outdoor cats from 2025, and this has caused a huge amount of controversy. The Veterinary Association of Iceland has actually come out against this and have recommended instead that cats wear bells or brightly coloured collars. The reason for this is, of course, that we have incredibly unique bird life here in Iceland. I believe actually that we have the most species of birds compared to the rest of Europe. So a lot of these birds are ground nesting, and in the summer and spring when they're nesting, obviously domestic cats are a huge problem in terms of destroying nests and killing young birds. So this is a problem that Akureyri has sought to deal with by banning cats being outdoors completely. Cat owners are pretty upset about this. They feel that this is constricting their pets' freedom, and there's been a lot of talk about the stress that this will cause animals, especially animals that are already living as outdoor creatures and are not used to being cooped up. So it's been a surprising debate that's just kind of gone on, and has been one of the things that Icelanders have been talking about for a while. So that's kind of been what's been on the news recently here. But while we're in this particularly lovely area, we thought we would go and check out some of the stuff that's going on in the forest here. So why don't you come join us? Hi,
Hi,
how's it going?
great, and you?
I'm good. You look busy.
Very busy, I'm always busy. You never get the days off.
Can you tell us a little bit about where we are and what you're doing?
Okay, we are here in Hafnarfjörður
Uh-huh.
and close to the lake Hvaleyrarvatn. And this land is owned by Hafnarfjörður, the municipality of Hafnarfjörður. But all the trees are in the ownership of the Forestry Service of Hafnarfjörður.
Okay.
And I'm actually working for that,
Right.
Skógræktarfélag Hafnarfjarðar. And we're taking down Sigga spruce, or Pica siggasensis, and Pinus contorta, which is a pine tree. And we're cutting it down for the municipality of Hafnarfjörður.
Right, okay, so Christmas trees.
Yes, Christmas trees.
Nice, okay.
Yes, and actually this Sigga spruce is from the west coast of California.
Ah, okay.
And all the way to Alaska.
And why do you grow these ones in Iceland?
This spruce is the best for the Icelandic climate,
Okay.
because it can tolerate the harsh climate in Iceland,
Right, okay.
or the shifty climate in Iceland, which is and very windy. So it's actually better than the European spruce.
Right, that's really interesting.
So actually, a lot of the trees we grow in Iceland for the last like 60, 70 years are coming from North America.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And they suit the climate
They
the
suit
best.
the climate
right.
better than many of the
Than the
European
European ones.
tree species.
That's really interesting.
No.
Great. Maybe we will take a little piece and put it in our
Yeah.
box.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Sure.
I'm gonna okay, what bit should I take? Maybe down here?
Yes.
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 Let's take this.
Yeah.
Yep, smells like Christmas.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay.
This will go off to a very lucky viewer. And so are live Christmas trees, are they popular in Iceland?
Yes, very popular.
Yeah.
I think majority of homes have live Christmas trees.
Yeah.
I always had, when I was a kid, always had live Christmas trees.
Okay,
But
so-
today I make my own Christmas trees from an old log, so I don't have to cut down trees.
Oh,
I don't like
interesting.
cutting trees down so much. But actually, this tree, Pinus contorta, is the most popular Christmas tree in Iceland.
Right, okay.
It's more popular than these.
Right.
Because these like drop their needles very quickly
Yes.
when it's indoors. But these Pinus contorta, they keep the needles much longer.
I suppose, I mean, this is why as well some people are going for plastic trees now.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly,
But,
exactly.
I mean, I assume you're not a big fan of them with your line of work.
No, I never liked them actually.
Yeah, it's much nicer to have the real thing and the
Wh-
smell.
What I always do, if I have always the same log,
Yep.
old like twisted log, and I've drilled holes in the log.
Okay.
And then I always take cut different branches of different trees and put it inside the log.
Nice.
But so
Sounds
it's a
beautiful.
tradition, yeah.
Yeah.
Individual always different, but then I don't have to sacrifice the tree.
Yes.
But it looks like a Christmas tree. It's even more beautiful than a perfect one.
Yeah, That's a great compromise.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
Stefan,
Stefan.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. That was
Thank
really
you.
interesting.
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, good luck with all your work.
Yeah.
And we'll look forward to seeing these around the municipality.
Yes, thank you.
See you later.
Yeah, bye-bye.
It's our new pals. So we've now come back to this is the headquarters of the Forestry Association, the guys we were speaking to earlier. And here are some of the Christmas trees that they have for sale. These ones look like they're actually like living trees with roots, so you could probably plant them again afterwards. And they were explaining to us as well that actually, as well as the actual Christmas trees that they cut down, the Forestry Association is as much about planting trees, and they plant way more trees than they actually cut. So before they were working in this area, there were no trees here at all, and now, as well as the Sycamore spruce and all of this that they're planting is kind of for Christmas trees or for building materials or whatever, there's also lots of birch and there's lots of other native woodland as well. So all in all, a really, really cool place and a really cool job. This seems like a really good time to have a wander around and talk a little bit about Icelandic Christmas. And I'm sure you've all been wondering what is in the box. So this is actually Grapevine's Christmas gift box. You can buy this in our store and it's full of all kinds of goodies. Let's have a look. See if we can get some of these out. Have a look out. So we have our little bit of Icelandic Christmas tree that we have collected for you. We have the latest edition of our newspaper, which is full of all of our wonderful journalism. We have got, very importantly, Christmas sweeties. And my boss totally thinks that I'm going to give these back. I will not. I will eat them. But also, super importantly, we have Christmas books. And this is a huge part of Icelandic tradition. Icelanders have what they call the Christmas book flood, which is actually, it takes place sort of between now and Christmas time. Books are a huge part of Icelandic culture and tradition, in part because, a really huge percentage, I can't remember how many, but there's something like a crazy amount of people here actually are authors and have published books, way more than I think any other country. So that's a huge part of their culture. But also, when Icelanders got their independence from the Danish in 1944, which was, in the middle of the war, there was this kind of renewed interest in their own traditions and culture and writing from their own country. And paper was one of the few things that wasn't as rationed by because of the war. And so from there sprung this kind of tradition of writing and receiving books for Christmas, and it's a tradition that has lasted ever since. So books are still the most common Christmas gift to give in Iceland, and it's very traditional to receive your Christmas books on the 24th, which is when Icelanders celebrate Christmas, and then sit down and enjoy them with a cup of hot chocolate. So there you go. There's some information about Icelandic Christmas, and we've obviously been able to see the process of getting these really beautiful, natural, locally grown Christmas trees from Hafnarfjörður as well. There will be more news again later this week. Hopefully Valor will be back with you. Hope you get well, everyone in his family. And in the meantime, we have one thing left to do. If you would like to win this box, you can do so. I have a question to ask you, and you will have an opportunity to answer this question if you sign up to our newsletter. So you need to sign up to the newsletter. The link is going to be down below in the description. And you need to do so before 3 o'clock GMT Icelandic time on Friday, 12th of November. You will then be sent a newsletter and you'll have the opportunity in that newsletter to answer this question. Now, this question has a lot of Icelandic words and I don't speak Icelandic, so please bear with me. But this is the question. Which one of these is not the name of one of the 13 legendary Yule lads? Yule lads, of course, are like the Icelandic Santa Clauses almost. So A, Glugagækur, which is window peeper. B, Hurðaskellir, Hurðaskellir, door slammer. C, Kertnasníkir, candle beggar. Or D, Ponslicker, pan licker. Now, I have not done those words justice at all, but we're going to put the full question in the description. Please, if you want, leave us a comment by all means, but if you want a chance to win the box, you need to sign up to the newsletter and you need to answer the question there. And that's it. That's all from us at Reykjavik Grapevine this week, and we'll see you again next time. Catch you later.